Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Before I start this, if you like content on my channel and you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. It really does help the channel out loads. It means I'll be able to keep getting nice watches like this for you guys to see. So anyway, let's start. We've got here a really good looking new Seiko. This is the Seiko Glacier Blue GMT, and I think it is stunning. A limited edition to 4,000 pieces. Now, it may sound a lot, but honestly, in Seiko terms, that isn't a lot. So I don't think these will hang around that, for that longer period. The reference number for this is SPB 385. And I think it is just a cracking looking watch. Really, I think they've nailed it on this one. It is a very good watch. Now, I got this watch from Francis Gaye of Coventry, so I've got to say a big thank you to the team over there. They've got so many watches in stock, so if you're in the Midlands area, I'd really recommend popping in and having a look at, there's so many watches. If you're further afield, I'll leave a link in the description below for their website, and they'll be able to sort you out a watch, no problem at all. So anyway, just check it out. The sizes of this bad boy are 42mm by 13mm, and the longest point across the lugs here is 48.5, and the bracelet width is 20mm. But let's face it, it's that dial, isn't it? The dial just looks superb. So many different facets and levels going on there, and each time you catch it in different lights, you kind of see different things. It really is a cracking looking dial. Now, on top of that, we have these applied hour markers there. Now, they are full of lume, as too are these rather nice hands. As you can see, the hands there have got this beveled edge in the center. They're brushed either side, and they are full of lume. Now, also here, we've got our constant running seconds, and as you can see, I love this little baby blue dot here. It just looks so cool. But the most important hand here for this model is the GMT hand in blue. Now, unusually, this is also has luminaire, which is a really nice touch. Now, I don't know how well. I should also point out, you read the GMT time on this by use of the chapter ring here. So if you're unfamiliar with a GMT, and how to read one, I'll show you how to set this one. You unscrew the crown. Now you pull it out, just one click. So obviously at this point it's manual wind. You can hear that. Cool. Now the next one, we haven't stopped the hacking facility here. So if I turn it, let's say counterclockwise, you watch the date down at the 4:45 position there, and we can operate the date that way. But let's set the GMT. So let's say you want to set it to whatever second time zone, let's say is, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So what you do is you turn it this way, and you see how it advances. And so 3 o'clock in the afternoon would obviously be 1500 hours. And so now it's pointing at that. Then you can read the time normally with using your minutes. So your home time, you'll use your regular hours here, and the second time zone, you'd use that there. Now, all you do then is set the minutes how you would normally. As you can see, it still advances and both hands there. So that's all you do to set the time. It's quite nice, straightforward. Let's move that out of the way and screw it back in. Now, as we come past that, we have this flat sapphire crystal, but it does have this nice beveled edge, he says, this beveled edge going on there. And there is also AR coating on the underside, so that makes it a lot harder to actually scratch, to harm the AR coating. If you have it on the outside, you can actually scratch it, but this is only on the inside. If I was being super picky with the dial, I would say maybe change the background color of that. It just would make it, I think, look a little bit better. One thing I should also point out, it says automatic 3 days. So this actually does have a decent power reserve on it. Now, the bezel. The bezel is actually ceramic, and it looks superb. We do have a loomed pip at the top there. Let's have a listen to the action. Very muted, but actually very nice. Back play. Not too much. That's actually not bad. Now, does it line up? I would say it does. There you go. So it actually lines up. Yeah, you've got this kind of nice serrations on the edge here, so it is actually quite easy to actually grip and move. Now, some people I've heard saying, "Oh, it's it's like kind of too loose," but you got to remember, if you are underwater, this is being pressed down, so it shouldn't actually move anyway. So always bear that in mind. Now, the case, as we look around the side of it here, we've got these great sort of nice polishing work going on there on top and bottom, and then you have this nice brush work here. And we also have drilled lugs, which is really handy because we'll talk a bit more about what you also get with this watch in the packet in a minute. Now, as we come around to the other side, the crown isn't signed, which is quite unusual, but I know some people will be quite happy with that. This is a 200-meter diver. So that's what, we do have a screw down crown to help with, once it's screwed in, you should have no problem. So that's it. The case back on this watch is a shame because it isn't a display case back, but I know some people don't like it. You're all strange if that's the case. I personally like to be able to see the movement. Now, back behind this is their new 6R54 movement. It only came out in March of this year, so it's actually a very, very new movement, and it's actually dedicated for this watch. It does come with 72 hours of power reserve, so that's where you get your 3 days from. I did put it on the time grapher, and to be fair, really quite impressive. This was pulling +2 seconds a day in that one position, so I actually was very impressed with that. That's pretty good going. Now, if we look past, I should also point out it's a 24 dual movement. Now, as we look past this, we have this bracelet going on here. Now, the bracelet, to be fair, it's okay. It's maybe not, I think I would probably change it out. But what is nice, you do get it also with this very nice NATO strap. Now, this NATO strap is signed and it is made from recycled bottles, and I think it is amazing because it feels ever so nice. I think this looks great with that. I really do think this would be a better combination rather than that bracelet per se. Now, the bracelet, when we come to the top, it is machined, fold over. We have 4 levels of micro adjustment and a big clasp on there. It's all right. I'm not going to, it does. Now, let's actually have a look at this on my wrist so you get an idea how it looks. Let's zoom out a little bit. Now, quick wrist check. I'm wearing my Rolex Kermit. And Mr. Bob, what do you have on over there, sir? Minase. That is a beautiful, beautiful watch. Really, really nice. Now, my wrist size is 7¼ inches. So you got an idea. I haven't sized this watch as it isn't mine. Oh, sorry. One thing I should say, actually, before I put this on, it does also have the dive link extension there. So if you can actually get to that, they're always sometimes a little bit of a pain to open. There you go. You pull it down like that. And then he says, can I do it? There you go. And that's your little dive link extension there. To put them back in, I always flip it over like that. And so it's in position and then press the bottom and lift up. So if I put this on, he says, I'm having trouble putting it. There we go. Now, I've got a 7¼ inch wrist, so you've still got a few links on there. Not many, though, to be fair. But that's how it looks on my wrist. And as you can see, it hunkers down quite nicely, actually. I really do like this. My other half, she thinks this is absolutely beautiful. She's a very, very big fan of this watch. She'd love to wear it. And she has dinky little wrists, so there you go. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the review. And most importantly, guys, stay safe out there. Bye.